Good morning, children. First example we'll see so that we can understand the topic probability. What is that question? A coin is tossed 1000 times with the following frequencies. How many times head appeared? That is 455, and tail appeared as 545. Okay, so when you add these two, head and tail occurrence, what you will get? 1000 times only. Clear? So now solution, let us see. Now your question is compute the probability of each term. That means probability of head and probability of tail. Okay. So since the number of coins tossed is, number of times the coin tossed is how much? 1000. Okay. So now the total number of tries will be how much? 1000. How many times that coin is tossed? 1000 times. So total number of tries will be how much? 1000 only. After that, now let us consider the event of getting head as H and tail as T. Okay, head we will be representing as H and tail as T. Okay, then probability formula we know, number of times or the trials, number of trials in which head appears. Okay, so here number of trials in which head appears upon total number of trials. This is the formula we have seen. So now here how many times head appeared? That is 455. So 455 upon total number of trials is how much? 1000. So 1000. So you can divide it with 5 because both the numerator and denominators are divisible by 5. So divide it and bring it to the simplest form. Okay. So that is your this one, or in fraction also you can write, that is directly 1000 means what? 0.455. This also you can write. Clear? Understood? Now after that, now probability of tail. How many times tail appeared? Probability of tail will be number of trials in which tail occurs upon total number of trials. How many times tail appeared in the trial? That is 545 upon 1000. Now both are divisible by 5. So divide it and bring it to the simplest form. That is numerator will be 109 and denominator will be 200. You know that further it is not divisible. So you can leave it up to fraction, or you may write as decimal what? Same 1000 is there. So it will be 0.545. Clear? So probability of head, therefore, or thus the probability of head is how much? 91 upon 200, and probability of tail is how much? 109 upon 200. So when you add, that means formula we know. This is note, this is not given in the question, but once you just see that formula, I have written what? Probability of E plus probability of not E. Remembered? Equals to 1. Formula I wrote. Now here we will use that only. That we will use. Here probability of head and probability of tail. That is equals to what? P of H plus P of T. Probability of head plus probability of tail. That is, you put the value of each one. Probability of head is how much? 91 upon 200. And then probability of tail is how much? 109 upon 200. So when you add, take the LCM and then 91 plus 109, you will see that it is also 200 upon 200, which comes as 1. Okay, clear, understood. So this you are not supposed to show, but I am telling you, when probability of E and probability of not E, that is added, you will get equals to 1. Okay, clear? Okay, now let us deal with the exercise question 15.1. Exercise 15.1, first question. In a cricket match, a batswoman hits a boundary 6 times out of 30 balls. Means total number of balls are 30. Out of that 30 balls, 6 times she hit the boundary. Okay. Now she plays. Find the probability that she did not hit the boundary. Means out of 30 balls, if she hit 6 times boundary, how many times she did not hit the boundary? That is 30 minus 6. Clear? Understood? So that is equals to 24. So here solution, see here, number of times she hit a boundary is 6 and total number of balls is 30. So number of times she did not hit the boundary is equals to 30 ball, 30 minus 6. So that is equals to 24. Now the probability that she did not hit the boundary will be P of E equals to number of times she did not hit the boundary upon total number of balls. How many times she did not hit the boundary? We have found out that is 24. So 24 upon total number of balls are 30. So 24 upon 30. On cancelling, because we know probability we have to bring it into a simplest form. So if it is divisible, we have to divide and show the simplest form of that fraction. Okay. So divisible by 6. 6 4s are 24. 6 5s are 30. So the simplest form will be what? 4 upon 5. Thus the probability she did not hit the boundary is how much? 4 upon 5. Second question, that is 1500 families with 2 children were selected randomly. 2 children means that could be 2 girls or 1 boy 1 girl or no girls at all, means both the boys. Okay, so randomly selected and the data were recorded. Here number of families, number of girls in a family and number of families. So 2 girls in a family are, how many families are there? 475, and 1 girl in that family are, how many families, such families are there where 1 girl child is there? That is 814. And 211 families are there where no girls are there. Means both are boys only. Okay. 2 girls, how many families are there? 475. 1 girl, 814. And no girls, how many families are there? 211. Now compute the probability of a family chosen at random. First one is 2 girls. Means you have to find the probability of the families where 2 girls are there. Okay. So now first we will see the total number of families given in the question is 1500. How many families are taken into consideration? That is 1500. So total number of families are 1500. Now first question is 2 girls. Means you have to find the probability of the families where 2 girls are there. So let the probability of randomly chosen family having 2 girls. That is represented as probability of E1. E1 means 2 girl child in a family. How many such families are there? Now probability of E1 equals to number of families having 2 girl child. Okay. Number of families having 2 girl child upon total number of families. How many families are there? You can see here how many families? 475 upon total number of families are 1500. So now it is divisible. You can see it is divisible by 25. So 25 means it will be so it is divisible by, you know that you cannot leave the fraction likewise because it is further divisible. Because probability means you have to bring it into a simplest form. If it is divisible, you have to divide the numerator and the denominator. So it is divisible, you can see, because both the numbers are having 5 and 0 means it is divisible by 5 or multiples of 5. So it is divisible now here by 25 table. 25 6 are 150 and 0. Here 25 1s are 25. And then 275 means it will be 25 9s are 175. Okay, 175. So 25 9s are 175. Okay, so it is divisible totally. Okay, so now further you can see as 19 is a prime number, it is not divisible. So we will leave the fraction as 19 upon 60. Okay, now second part, what is that? 1 girl. So the probability of randomly chosen family having 1 girl, that is P of E2. It is denoted as probability of E2. E2 means 1 girl child. Okay. So now probability of E2 equals to number of families having 1 girl. 1 girl. So in the table only you can see 1 girl. How many families are there? 814. So upon total number of families. So I can write here how many families are having one girl. See the table and write what is in the table. It is given 814 upon 1500. Okay, so it is divisible by 2. So it is 2 fours are and then 2 sevens are. Right? And then here what it is, 2 sevens are 14 and then 2 fives are, and then so fraction will be, numerator will be 407 and denominator will be 750. Further it is not divisible, so we will leave like this only. Okay, and then third part, let the probability of randomly chosen family having no girl, because what is the third question? Third question is no girl. You can see this. So here families having no girl upon total number of families. Okay, so how many families are having no girl? You can see the table, that is 211. So 211 upon total number of families are 1500. So you can see it is not divisible. It is not at all divisible. So we will leave like this only. Okay. So now check part is there. You can see in the question it is given. Also check whether the sum of these probabilities is 1. So probabilities of this plus this plus this, it should come as 1. So now check part right here. Check. Check what? Probability of E1 plus probability of E2 plus probability of E3. Okay. So now write all the probabilities. What is you got in P of E1? That is 19 upon 60 plus probability of E2 is how much? 407 upon 750, and then probability of E3 is how much? 211 upon 1500. Now take the LCM, that is full 1500. Okay, then it is first one is how much? 475 plus this will be 814 plus this is 211. So on adding these all numbers, how much you will get? That is 1500 upon 1500. Now cancel it. What you got? 1. So it is checked. Got the correct answer? Clear? Understood? Is in a particular section of class 9th, 40 students were. This question is given in the book as refer question number 14.4 of example number 5. Exercise 14.4 example number 5 is given as in a particular section of class 9. 40 students were asked about the month of their birth and the following graph was plotted. Okay. So like in January month, how many number of students are there? 3. Same way February, 4. Same March, 2. April also 2 students. May, 5 students. June, 1 student. Then July, 2 students. Then same way August, 6 students. Okay. And here September again 3. Then October 4. November 4. December 4. Likewise the graph is given. Okay, find the probability of the student of class who was born in August. August month only probability will find. So in August month how many children took birth? That is 6. So you can write here from the graph we can say that number of students of class 9th who born in August is how many? 6. Total number of students of class 9th is how many? 40. It is given that 40 students. So total number of students were 40. Now the probability, let the probability of students born in August is P of E. Okay, probability of E means August month. How many children took birth born in August? Okay, so therefore P of E will be equals to number of students of class 9th born in August upon total number of students of class 9th. That is how many students of class 9th born in August? that is 6. It is given this question, that graph. Seeing the graph, you can understand how many students? 6 students. So in month of August, so 6 upon total number of students, that is 40. You know that it is divisible, so you cannot leave the answer like this. If it is divisible, you have to divide and bring it into a simplest form. So 2 3s are 2 20s are. Okay, so now you can see it is not divisible further. So here it will be 3 upon 20. Okay, so this will be the answer. Question number 4 goes like this. The 3 coins are tossed simultaneously 200 times with the following frequencies of different outcomes. Okay, the table is given as outcomes and frequencies. 3 heads how many times came? 23 times. And 2 heads how many times came? 72 times. And 1 head how many times came? 77 times. And no head, that is 28. No heads means all the 3 attempts were what? Tail only. Here 1 head means what? The other 2 attempts were tail, because 3 coins are tossed. Okay. And 2 heads means 1 might be the tail. Okay. And 3 heads. All the 3 coins faces were head only. That is how many times came? 23. Okay. Now the question goes like this. If 3 coins are simultaneously tossed again, compute the probability of 2 heads coming up. So here in the table you can see how many times 2 heads came? 72. So probability of finding, that is getting 72 heads, that is 72 times. Okay. So now probability of these 2 heads we will find it out. So solution will be total number of outcomes equals to 200. It is given in the question how many times the 3 coins were tossed? 200 times. So the total number of outcomes were what? 200. Now number of times 2 heads coming up. How many times in the table? It is 72. 2 heads, how many times it appeared? 72 times. So number of times 2 heads coming up is 72. Okay. Now probability of 2 heads will come up. Okay. Probability that 2 heads will come up is equals to number of times 2 heads coming up upon total number of outcomes. Right. Now how many times 2 heads coming up? That is 72. So 72 upon 200, because total number of outcomes is how many? 200. So 72 upon 200. You know that both are divisible by 8 table. Okay. 8 9s are 72. 8 2s are 16. And then 8. So it is divisible by 8 table. That is what? 8 2s are 16. And then 4 4 0 40. So 8 5s are 40. So the simplest fraction you have to bring. You cannot leave the answer 72 upon 200, because you have to bring it into the simplest form. That is the method of probability. So bring it into the simplest form, and that is answer is 9 upon 25. Okay. So this is further not divisible. That's why this will be the answer for this question. Okay. Now let us have 5th question. Yes, question number 5 goes like this. An organization selected 2,400 families at random and surveyed them to determine a relationship between income levels and the number of vehicles in a family. Okay, the families in which no vehicles are there, 1 vehicles are there, 2 vehicles are there, and above 2. It is given in the table. And the family income is shown here. Okay, more than, less than 7,000, these 0 vehicles 10 families, 1 vehicle 160 family, 2 vehicles 25, and above to 0. Likewise table is given. Now what is there to find? Suppose a family is chosen, means probability in that a family is chosen. Okay, then find the probability that a family chosen is. First one, what is that? A family chosen whose income, monthly income ranges between 10,000 to 13,000 and had exactly 2 vehicles. Okay, in the question it is given. So exactly 2 vehicles. You can see this column, and range of the family, the range of the family's income is 10,000 to 13,000. So 10,000 to 20,000 range, 2 vehicles, one you see. What is that? That is 29. Clear? Clear, children? So now total number of families surveyed was how many? 2,400. In that, probability of a chosen family earning 10,000 to 13,000 per month and has exactly 2 vehicles. How many families are there? 29. So number of families having 2 vehicles in the earning of 10,000 to 20,000 income is 29 upon total number of families is how many? 2,400. So you know that this is a prime number, 29 is a prime number, so it is not divisible. So this fraction will be left as it is. Okay. Now after that, the second part of the question is what? Probability of a family chosen in the earning of 16,000 more than that, 16,000 and more than that, and having exactly one vehicle. Means 60,000 in the table you can see 16,000 or more, and having how many vehicles? You can see one vehicle. One vehicle means this. So what will be the range? Family. Number of families were how many? 579 upon total number of families, that is 2,400. Clear? So this is again not divisible. So we will leave the probability of the second one likewise. Okay. Now third part of the question is probability of a family earning less than 7,000. Less than 7,000 and does not own any vehicle, means zero vehicle. So less than 7,000 in the table you see less than 7,000 and zero vehicle. How many families are there? 10. So this will be the number of families who is having no vehicle and income, monthly income is less than 7,000. So here you can see 10,000 and 10 upon 2,400. So you know that 0 will get cancelled. So the fraction will be 1 upon 240. Okay. Now fourth part of this question is probability of a family chosen whose earning lies between 13,000 to 16,000 and owning more than 2 vehicle. More than 2 vehicle means 3 vehicle. More than 2 means 3 vehicle. So here in this table you can see 13,000 to 16,000 and owning. So above 2 vehicles you can see how many families are there? 25. So you can see probability E4 equals to what? Number of families having more than 2 vehicles with this earning or income earning will be how much? 13,000 to 16,000 is 25 upon total number of families were 2,400. So it is divisible by 25 table. So 25 ones are and 25 nines are and then 25 six are. So it is 1 upon 96 fraction. Got it? Now the last part of the question is number of families owning not more than one vehicle. So not more than one vehicle means 0 and families having 0 vehicles plus having exactly one vehicle. These two we will add. Okay. Number of families having 0 vehicle, all these data 10, 0, 1, 2 and 1. This will be added up because of those families have no vehicles and exactly one vehicle. If these two are added, I will get the number of families owning not more than one vehicle. Right? Equals to total number of families having no vehicle plus total number of families having one vehicle only. So that is 10 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. That means the family is having 0 vehicles. So all the data will be added up. Plus the family is having one vehicle, exactly one vehicle. That is 160, 305, 535 plus 469 and then plus 579. When these two are added up, how much we are getting? 2062. So now probability of families having not more than one vehicle. We saw how many families are having not more than one vehicle, that is 2062. Now probability of families having not more than one vehicle will be number of families having not more than one vehicle upon total number of families. So how many families are not having more than one vehicle? That is 2062 upon 2400. So on cancelling this, both the numbers, numerator and denominator numbers, are divisible by 2. So divided by 2. So 2 ones are, then 0, 2 threes are 6, then 2 ones are 2. And then denominator how much? This will be 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and then double 0. So this will be the answer of the last one. Okay.